Hey y'all, so I'm back with another story time, and this one, this one has happened over the course of 4 years, starting from 2021, right? So it's gonna be, part two, part three, all them parts. So back in 2021, I started working at HelloFresh, right? And also, before I even get into the story, it's it's very coincidental that every time I try and record this video, um see, they trying to attack my voice, my throat chakra, so I won't speak. And that's why it's been taking me so long, because I've like been under heavy attack, spiritual attacks at that. But we gonna get these motherfucking videos out, okay? I don't care if I gotta come on here and show y'all the results of what they are doing to me. And honestly, I should have, because there was this one particular time, and it was before, what moon was that? The full moon in November. I don't remember which one. And I had a dream. And in a dream, like, I didn't see what happened in the dream, but all I remember before I woke up was, like, I seen my body being thrown across a couch, and like my body was limp, right? And then I seen a person walking away, and that person in a dream looked like my baby daddy, my first baby daddy, Yerk Forson. And so when I woke up from the dream, instantly my whole fucking shoulder and neck is in excruciating pain, y'all. So I had to go to the hospital. And here's the thing, I go to the hospital, right? And look, see, I got a whole nother story. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be story after story after story, because it's been just so much shit my whole entire life, because these people don't want me to get where guys needs me to be, okay? But I'm actually doing part of it right now. So like I said, and I'ma always say, you can't stop me. So I go to the hospital. My oldest brother, like, cause my car was down. That's a whole nother story. So my car was down, so I had called my oldest brother and had him, to take me to the hospital. Cause I was like, I don't want to call no ambulance and, have them come and, just have everybody all in my motherfucking business. So, I go to the hospital and find out that I had a muscle spasm in my trapezius, however you say that, muscle. So it's basically the muscle in your neck, in your shoulder, and then in your arm. They all connected, right? And so when I kid y'all not, shit was hurting bad. But I ate that shit up, like, cause I didn't go, like, when it first happened, I didn't go to the hospital until like the third day after. And like, I was just laying in pain. And then honestly, like, I was in so much pain that all I could do was lay in bed. And my daughter was here with me, so she was like, she took care of me. She ran me a hot bath, and I went in and I got in the bath. And so, but this was the day that I could finally, try and get up, because it was like, when I would try and get up and go use the restroom, I'm talking about just to pee, like, the shit would hurt worse. And then the only way I was able to use the restroom is if I held my arm over my damn head. And then even then, like, when I was sitting on the toilet and holding my arm over my head, the shit was still kind of hurt. And so I was like, it was like, okay, I just hurry up, go pee, wash my hands, come on now. And then it was hard for me to wash my hands, so I'm doing like I'm all crimped up and shit. Like, yeah, so that happened. But like I said, I should have came on when that, started telling my story then, when all that shit was going down, so y'all could see, what the fuck going on. And then I don't know if y'all can see, but like also, and I'm gonna just say this, when you have a big purpose, and I'm talking about, because my purpose gotta be hella big for these people to be coming for me like this. And half of them, I don't even fucking know. Now, my family, yeah, that's understandable. But people that I don't fucking know, that's just jealous of my light, like, bitch, my shit got to be hella big, okay? Y'all mad at me because I'm walking around this bitch living a life that you want to live, but you don't want to do the motherfucking work for. And yes, I know I'm all off topic, but y'all gonna get this motherfucking stories, okay? I don't care how it come out. And I'm not editing these motherfucking videos either. You're gonna get them raw and authentic because that's who I am. So, y'all hear that? So anyway, go to the hospital, and now that when you awaken, you see shit, you feel it, everything, right? So I just feel all eyes on me. And like when you feel that shit, you look at me, I'ma look at you. I'ma look at your motherfucking ass and be like, what you looking at? So, people, of course, they gonna look away. And then you could just like feel the negative energy from some of the nurses. So they finally called me to the back or whatever, and all they did was, cause see, they told me I was supposed to get an X-ray, right? Didn't get the X-ray. So after that, excuse me. After that, they gave me, what was it? I don't remember, child. Something for the pain, muscle relaxer, which I honestly didn't want to take none of that shit, but in order for me to feel better, I took it. So, I take that, and y'all, okay, so most people, when they are under the influence, the attitude shifts. But me, I get much happier. so I'm in there and I'm just talking and fucking with the people, and then so they was like, well, we're gonna see you home, right? So I'm supposed to get this prescription, right? So I get him the pharmacy, they'll send it to and everything. Y'all, why the next day, because when my brother came back to pick me up, I had him stop by the store to just get some, and this was my intuition letting me know, ahead of time. Bitch, go ahead and go to the store, get your own pain medicine and patches, because they had gave me the little patches or whatever to put on my arm and stuff. So, well, they gave me a prescription for it. They didn't give me none. They just gave me the muscle relaxer and the pain medicine. And which, by right, my shit was like all this right here was inflamed bad. Like you could touch it and it was bad, y'all. But anyway, so the next day I called the pharmacy. Why I ain't got nothing in there? So, like I said, I had already went to the store. I had my brother stop me by the store so I can get pain medicine I had got some of the lidocaine patches, and then also I had got like what's that, the biofreeze, because they was like, don't put heat on it, which is true, because when I set my ass in that tub and I was laying down, if I moved a certain way, I damn near almost drowned myself because it was there hurting that bad. So every day I'm having to roll my roll biofreeze all over my arm, over my shoulder, my neck. I even had to get my kids to put it on, like on my shoulder blade back here. Like when I say the whole shoulder blade, I mean the whole shoulder blade. Like all that was hurting. And even like my elbow was hurting bad. And so the lidocaine patches, that helped a lot. It really helped with the pain. So when it stopped hurting in my shoulder and like right here and then in my arm, my elbow and my neck was like only the places that really was still hurting the most. And then finally, the pain eased out as I kept applying biofreeze to, my elbow or whatever. And then, the back of my, like this part of my neck, right? And so, finally healed from that. And that was one of the spiritual texts. But also, we're not even gonna get into all that. Let's get into this story. So back in 2021, I started working for HelloFresh. We already 11 minutes in, y'all. So I started working for HelloFresh, and when it's a warehouse, it's a cold warehouse at that. And so, like when you're the new person, of course, people gonna flock to you, and then my light is shining, so of course. And so I get in there and trying to find a line to get on. Most of the lines was full, so a person came and grabbed me, put me on the line or whatever. I worked that line for like a couple of days and then found me another line to work on. And honestly, I don't even remember her name. Like, I'm gonna name names, okay? Because I don't give a fuck. My spirit team said, fuck them, okay? They literally was like, fuck them. So, it was this, where was it? Where was he from? I don't know. He was from Africa. We're just gonna say Africa because I don't remember where he was from. But Ishmael. It was him and Isaac. They always hung together. And so Ishmael always wanted me to come to his line when I first started working there. But, I kept turning him down because at the same time, he was trying to talk to me. And I was like, no. So I ended up, just like not so much hanging with, but me and her, we was always together. It was this older lady, and I don't remember her name either. Some of these people names I'm not gonna remember, but she was very cool. She was from New York. She was like in her early 50s, almost mid. And me and her, we soon as we come to work, we right next to each other. So we was working on this grocery line. And this was a chaotic ass line. And honestly, the whole fucking warehouse is chaotic. And of course, that's how they operate. They operate through chaos. Corporations, governments, they operate through chaos. And that's also how they stay in power. Is through chaos. So Um, I'm gonna post this on YouTube because this gonna be a long video. So anyway, me and her, we was working on the grocery line, right? So mind y'all, every line has, has a lead, and then they have a manager that's over them. Well, I don't think every line has a manager over them or whatever, but for the most part, every line does have a lead. So, that line, it had a lead and a manager, but we never knew who the fuck it was until like months later. So this line was so chaotic to the point where I'm talking about the people that's on the back of the line that's supposed to be replenishing the items that we're putting inside the box. These motherfuckers not replenishing nothing. They sitting back there on their phones talking, playing around. So it was literally to the point where we had to go get our own shit. And the line was just like running slow, right? So me and the lady from New York, we got tired. So I told her, I said, well, Ishmael keep trying to get me to come to his line. I said, I'm gonna go to his line. We can go to his line tomorrow and see. And then at first she was like, she didn't want to go or whatever. And then she had told me that I think she had ended up getting a position in the office or something like that. So I congratulated her. And then, we went on about our separate ways. So, the next day I come in, just so happened Ishmael came up to me again. So I said, you know what? I'm tired of the grocery line. So, you know what? Today your lucky day. I'm coming to your line. So I get on the line, and I think he had me started out doing the labels, like putting the labels on the box. And then I went from the labels to building the box, then to putting liners in the box, on down. I wanted to do the ice bad, y'all. I wanted to, like, cause we had like the little, what is it called? Dry ice or whatever the fuck. Like we had those to put inside the box to keep it cool. So yeah, I wanted to do that shit so bad, but he was like, He's like, no ma'am, you're not doing that. And then honestly, like my hands get cold fast, so it was good that I didn't do it. But me being me, I want to lift some heavy shit so I can get my workout in. And so, like I said, I went on down the line, and I ended up at the end of the line doing the recipe cards. I started out because it's like 2 sections for the recipe cards. You got the first part, and then you got the last part. And that last part is when you put the recipe cards in, and then they like have like little free little gift cards or shit like that, right? Stuff they offer for free or whatever. And then you close up the box and you send it through the tape machine. So I'm down there, and mind you, our line, Ishmael's line was the fastest line in the warehouse. And then when I got there, I, because of me, I'm a motherfucking brag on myself. Because of me, we beat some records, okay? Still was the fastest motherfucking line in the warehouse. So, like I said, I'm at the end. So I didn't know how to change the tape machine whenever the tape would run out. So he finally taught me how to do it because, he was getting tired of his line stopping. Which that's, explaining to me, you want to hold your record, right? So he taught me. So baby, I'll be back there when that tape go out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Get the line right back going. And then too, we had guys, like once we send the box through, they stack them up on the pallet and they wrap the pallet and then the people from warehouse supposed to, manually pull the pallet to warehouse so it can be shipped. So we had like two guys from the warehouse. So they standing far away watching me. So mind y'all, I'm over there. I don't know if y'all seen the movie. I don't know if y'all seen the movie Percy Jackson, right? When they was in the little coffee shop and they was ordering their coffee. I think was this the first one? Yeah, I think this was the first Percy Jackson. But anyway, they was in the coffee shop, and from the blind eye, whether we're gonna call it sleep eye, from the sleep eye, you just looking at a regular person. But when your eyes awaken, like the dude hands is literally like he got like 10 hands moving all at once. So that's how I was motherfucking looking on that line. I kid y'all not. I'm talking about boxes. We just had the line going. And so I'm literally in my spot, putting in the recipe cards and all of that. Closing, I'm talking about closing that bitch up fast. Closing the boxes up and pushing them on through the tape machine. So it got to the point where they was trying to fuck it up for us and, slow us down by them taking one of our guys from the end of the line. Because by right, every line is supposed to have two guys stacking. Like one guy is stacking, then the other one is like kind of wrapping from the bottom up, or then he kind of like helps stacking as well. And they ended up taking one of our guys, right? So me being me, our line is fast, so I'm helping. When he gets bagged up, I'll start stacking the boxes up on the thing, and then I started going and helping him. Like literally stack the boxes, wrap them, all kind of shit, right? So I'm doing that. I'm helping him do that. And then they saw that wasn't going to work. So what they did was they sent this little trio. And it was some okay, Spirit just told me what they were, and I hope I'm correct. Well, but I think they were Colombian, and it was two females and a male, and they looked like they was in their early 20s or whatever. And they they started coming to the line, right? So, I noticed every fucking thing. Because I'm nosy. Bitch, like, hey, who you? So anyway, I seen them, on the line. And at first they started out like doing the kicks. So that wasn't too far from me, right? So then here they go wanting to do the recipe cards. So some days, like very few days, I will be on the first one, right? And that's only by choice. So they, the days that I was, in my original spot, they'll come and they'll get in the first recipe spot. So it started out with one of the little females, because one of them, she was, and I think this was supposed to be in the male's girlfriend or whatever, from what I heard. It was supposed to be his girlfriend, but I was like, the devil is a lie, because that boy looked, and yeah, I know when I see one. So you can't tell me that's his motherfucking girlfriend. So she didn't even get close to me. She already knew what the fuck was going on. But the other two, these motherfuckers just thought they was big, bad, and bold, okay? So it started with the other one, because the one that was, that stayed far, she didn't want to get close. She was like a little slim, and then the other one was thick, and she had like, kind of big breasts or whatever. She thought she was the shit. Now, granted, she was a nice looking young lady, but baby, you not all that, okay? Go stand down somewhere. So, and and I'm saying that because the attitude was stank. Like, if you had a good attitude, then I wouldn't be saying what I'm saying. But baby, the attitude was stank. And then you trying to come for me, and you don't even fucking know me. So, it started with her being in that spot, and I guess she was just scoping me out or whatever. And then, so they ended up switching, and then the little dude came. So he was with the shits. This motherfucker, like, okay, we passed the box on to, you pass the box on to the next person. This bitch was shoving the box. So the first time he did it, I just looked, I side-eyed, and I took the box. I'm like, okay. He with the, he ready to start some shit. So he kept doing it. So I was like, okay, bitch, keep shoving this box. So he kept on doing it. So I got fed up and I shoved that bitch back. And I said, don't shove the motherfucking box. If you want to pass it, but don't shove it, because I'm going to shove this bitch back. And I said, next time, it ain't going to be the box I'm shoving, it'll be you. So I don't give a fuck what you saying in your language. You heard what the fuck I said to you. So eventually he got the motherfucking picture. Don't shove the box. So then it went from that till they started coming in. I'm talking about literally coming in early just to get in my spot. So at first, when I would come in and I see them there, I'd be like, hey, this is my spot. Like, can y'all move? And they'll look at me and turn back around. So I was like, okay, cool. So what I would do is I would go to the front of the line. Now, mind you, my lead, he wasn't paying attention. He wasn't paying attention because I at first I wasn't going like to the front of the line. I would go to where they were doing the kids, right? So I was standing next to this young lady. She was, a woman of color, and me and her, we was talking about them. She was like, she was having the same problem out of the male with him shoving the box. And so I started telling her about how right now, I said, they in my spot, but I said, I'm just gonna let them do them, okay? Because what they want you to act out a character. So they can, oh, she's the angry black woman, she's the aggressor. No, bitch, y'all fucking with me. That's just all the fuck it is. And when I blow the fuck up, then y'all want to say that I'm the one that's wrong, when you started fucking with me in the first place. Throwing a rock and hiding your motherfucking hand. So, finally my lead had caught on. And he was like, he came down and he see me. He said, what you doing right here? And I said, working. He said, He was like, I need you to be in your spot. I said, well, my spot is taken, sir. So, right where I'm supposed to be. And he was like, So he went down there, got them at my spot, and then came and got me, and I got in my spot. So then they kept doing this. I don't even know how long they did this shit, but they did it for a while. Like every fucking day that they was there, because like their schedule was different from mine. So every day that they was there, they would come in before me and get in my spot. So I politely just go up to the front, like way to the front, where I first started. And I'll be up there talking to this other older lady that my little short Filipino. Well, I say she's my friend, but she wasn't my friend. I'm just a friendly motherfucker, okay? Everybody was my friend back then. So I go up there and be helping her do the liners. So he come in and he see me up there and he look at me like, what you doing up here? And I'm like, you know what I'm doing up here. Somebody in my motherfucking spot. So every damn day he had to go kick them off the line. So he got fed up. So he was like, he told the manager that was over him, Sam, that was his damn name. I like Sam. Sam was this little tall, skinny dude. And he told him, to stop coming to the line and causing trouble. So what they did was they started going to the line that was behind us. And they basically took over the recipe spot on that line just to come, still fuck with me, right? So what they started doing was, like, when you're in the recipe spot, as soon as you come in and before you get to the line, well, as soon as you come in, you go and check what you need, like what recipe cards you need, what gift cards and free little things, all that shit. You go check and see what you need, and then you go get it, right? You're supposed to buy right. You're supposed to go get your own shit. You're not supposed to borrow from somebody else's line. Those were the rules. So I'll be, getting my stuff and stacking it up. And then I come back and my shit is empty. Or I see them, or I catch them in the midst of them trying to take my stuff. So I would be like, hey, go get your own stuff. This is mine. And, again, they'll disregard what I'm saying. So I get to the point where I just go over there and start taking my shit back. I start, like, literally while they motherfucking working, I go over there and grab my shit. Look, this is my shit. I went and got my own motherfucking recipe cards. Just like I got my own, you can go get your own too, bitch. Keep fucking with me, I'ma knock your bitch ass out, okay? And I don't think you want that. So, finally, they got moved around or whatever, and then finally they got fired because they was just keeping up shit in the warehouse. So after that, this is already 34 minutes. I'm gonna record part 2 soon. So let me finish up this part. So after that, well, actually before they left the line, or when they was on the other line behind me, like, I had started experiencing, and mind y'all, this during COVID, right? Where we was still wearing the mask. And this one particular day, I'm on the line and I had to keep leaving the line because my nose was just running like motherfucking crazy. Which I was, grateful, get the motherfucking mucus out, get it out of me now. But at the same time, I'm just still trying to figure out why my nose just like running like motherfucking water. And I'm talking about, because you got the different types of masks. So I had the one that was like cloth-like your clothes. So I'm talking about whole mask just wet. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I literally had to go in the bathroom, wash my mask with hand soap, put it under the hand dryer, which was not good. But I did not get sick because I was taking my vitamins. Well, actually, I wasn't taking like the vitamins from the store. I was taking my sea moss, and that has a lot of vitamins in it. I don't forgot the exact amount, like 90 some out of the 100, and I think it's like 100, 205 vitamins that we need, our body needs or whatever. Y'all know about the damn sea moss, okay? I can't remember right now. But anyway, I was taking it, and then I was taking B12. The B12 was, back then, that's what had me amped up. And I was looking like that dude from Percy Jackson with all them goddamn arms. So, stuff just coming in, thoughts are flowing in. So, but anyway, that happened, and I was like, I think these bitches is doing something to me. Look, because I was like, in my mind, I'm like, they heavily into the craft, and all that other stuff. So I said, they probably did something to my ass because they were mad. But I don't give a fuck, okay? But anyway, like I said, they finally got, they finally got let go. So I'm going to start part 2 about another group that came in. So y'all have a good one. Catch me on part 2. Peace out.